This cat was not moving, but a single twitch saved her life. It was on a freezing day when this man came across this cat right in front of his house. From the looks of it, he assumed that this poor little creature had met a terrible fate. It was lying motionless in the freezing snow. As he proceeded to pass by this poor kitten, he saw her paw moving, and in that moment he realized that he had to do something. When this feline met her guardian angel, not only her life was saved, but she also gained unfathomable internet fame. Here is the story of the ginger tabby named Elsa. On a freezing day when this 7th grade science teacher was on his way to leave for work, he noticed something strange in front of his home. It was a really sad sight since he thought he was looking at a dead kitty, but upon closer look he noticed her paws were moving. Overcome with a sense of responsibility, he decided he had to do something about it. Upon making sure that this cat was indeed alive, he proceeded to pick her up and take her inside the house. While the temperature outside was dropping down to below 0 degrees Fahrenheit, this kitty had somehow managed to survive the blistering cold. While this teacher wasn't sure if this cat would make it or not, he was adamant about trying his best to help. The man also continued to film the entire incident for his YouTube audience to see. It wasn't too long after he uploaded to his YouTube channel that this video reached over 3 million views. This wasn't just a month after he'd rescued this little cat. Here's what the man did to save her. Although at first this science teacher didn't really think that this poor frozen kitty would make it, he still tried his best to nurse the helpless feline. He did this by placing the cat in a tub of warm water to allow his body temperature to rise and reach the normal feline core temperature. All this time he continued encouraging this cat with kind words. You won't believe what happened when this cat finally opened her eyes. This poor kitty needed to be constantly kept in a warm environment, so it became necessary for him to wrap the cat in a warm towel continually. But all his efforts seemed to pay off the moment her nose turned to a healthy pink. Within just an hour of warming up this little kitten, he heard faint meows coming from the little cat. Not long after that, she also started moving and even helped herself to some warm milk that had been left out for her. While everything was now looking really hopeful, you'll never be able to guess what happened after 6 hours. After 6 long hours of being cuddled and literally resurrected, Elsa had finally started moving around and even eating. It was now safe to say that this cat is going to survive the day after all. Upon realizing this, the teacher took a sigh of relief, but his work wasn't over yet. The cat was still in desperate need of medical attention and he took her to a vet. The video that this teacher uploaded to YouTube finally ended with him asking the cat if she's better. The viewers sighed in glee as this happy and healthy looking cat cuddled against the teacher's hand. The teacher then said, "Elsa, I love you." Soon this video received hundreds of comments where they thanked the man for saving this kitty's life. Next morning, the teacher proceeded to take Elsa to a vet to have her completely checked out and see if she was really alright. To everyone's surprise, the kitten was indeed healthy and was fortunate enough not to have frostbite. A tough cookie indeed. But what happened next will leave you even more in awe. The man, after saving this poor cat from absolute death at the hands of freezing weather, didn't want to let her go out again. He'd grown close to the little feline and he decided to name her, calling her Elsa after the Disney princess of snow and ice. In our opinion, it was indeed a fitting name for an ice kitty. Through this act of selflessness and compassion, not only did he win the trust and love of this little kitty, he also won millions of hearts all over the internet. He'd given this cat a new chance at life by saving her life and giving a warm and loving home. This man was indeed her guardian angel. Elsa's now a part of this teacher's family, and until now she's had a ton of time to actually learn to be a delightful house kitty. All she needs now is to be potty trained and she'll become the perfect package. As one can imagine, Elsa is indeed a happy and really healthy kitten who no longer has to brave the harsh weather outside. The days of her fighting every moment to survive are behind her, and all she needs to do now is enjoy the loving company of her new owner and give him lots of cuddles. Without a doubt, this new life of Elsa's is awesome. It's a testimony that miracles can happen anytime to anyone. Though some might chalk it up to chance, like it was only because the teacher found the cat in due time or he noticed her paw at the right moment that cat is now alive. Whatever the case may be, this story is truly inspiring. You're of course free to call it fate or whatever name you feel comfortable with, but it was just meant to be for Elsa to be rescued by this amazing human. Elsa's safe here, she gets her food on time, she's safe from any predator and has a loving family. What more can a cat ask for? From this story, we too should learn. We should be aware of any stray cats or dogs in our neighborhood, and not only this, we should look out for them as well. These animals can't always take care of themselves, and for the rare occasions they do need our help, we should be always present to help them in any way possible.